Leatherman has done it again. They are all over the news, and it is not for a good reason. It's for a very bad reason because they are recalling 17,000 Leatherman charges sold at REI Hardware, Cutlery, and other stores nationwide and online at their Leatherman store, Amazon, REI from July 2024 through March 2025. 17,000 units. You send it in and then they will give you a new one, I guess, or they will fix it. I guess the issue is that the knife doesn't fold all the way in, so potentially you could lacerate yourself as you reach in to pull out your multi-tool. So that's not good. And one of the last times that I remember and people have talked about is actually the Leatherman Leap got recalled. And if you can find the Leatherman Leap that had the issue, it is actually very valuable from what I've understood. It's a collector's item. So the more recent Leatherman Leaps that got fixed are not seen as desirable. They're still $80 to $100 on eBay, but if you can get the pre-recall ones, they're actually seen as a collector's item. So I don't know if you want to do this or not, but if you have a Leatherman charge that is part of this recall in the future, it might become even more of a collector's item. That sounds weird, but that's sort of how the market goes sometimes. Might be worth keeping in mind. Leatherman has ignited Reddit on fire. If you go to Reddit, Leatherman has released some pouches similar to this. This was a release several years ago that Leatherman did. Why people are so enraged is that Leatherman has released a sleeve, essentially this right here, and it goes from $5 to $15. I actually don't think that's very expensive. Usually Leatherman charges several $100s for a lot of its stuff. So anything under $50 from Leatherman I see is cheap anymore. Even if, they could make an eraser for $20 and I would think it was cheap, basically. So these sleeves for $5 to $15 actually seem like a pretty good deal. They have a sleeve for the micra, and then they have small, medium, and large. Now, I don't know exactly what size these are. I probably will order maybe a couple of these and do a little review. They actually look pretty handy. I wish there was some way to actually put a pocket clip on some of these. That might be useful. Probably I could use one of these universal holster clips and attach it by like the double-sided tape. Might be something you could do. I like how these right here came with rings where you could actually attach it like a clip or something. But these new sleeves, it looks like are just protectors. So they do come in essentially plastic, and then they do come in leather for $10 for the micra, and small is $15, medium is $15, and large is $15. So I don't think that's too expensive. Black or brown leather, and then so the base is the black TPU. Yeah, I don't think this is a huge deal, but a lot of people are getting really mad on Reddit about it. They feel like Leatherman just keeps making a power grab or a money grab for everything. But there was a lot of good points. Now, these are some Saga multi-tools, and these right here sort of fit in. And if you have a small pouch, they don't scratch your phone. That's the thing that I would worry about. I do keep my phone in my pocket, and I do have a screen protector on it that looks like a spider web because I have not been careful enough with it. Even something like this right here from SOG, you could just put in one of these protectors. You could put the micra in, some of the other tools, I guess maybe even the rebar. Several of the tools that don't come with a pocket clip from Leatherman, and then hold that in your pocket. Or they could become like a simple small EDC kit for maybe like the Cobra XS, the Nivex pliers. That could be useful, or the Work Pro. I think there is a lot of uses for these, and that's pretty cool. Now, Leatherman has had, I don't know how long it will go on, but 25% off for their pouches. That is something that they have been advertising. And again, I'm not sure how long that will go. 25% off all accessories. They have a range of colors for their pouches. And I mean, everything from a pretty bright blue to sort of a burnt orange to a dark navy blue to a green. And these actually look pretty nice. They aren't that expensive. I don't know that I'm going to buy every single one, but I have to say the colors on these look pretty nice. But yeah, so that might be something you'd want to check out. They have larger sheaths, smaller sheaths with different colors, a lot of different options for everyone. And this is something $20, but then 25% off, something people might want to pick up right now. We'll have to see. So we're still waiting on the Leatherman Wave Alpha. That's something in the works. And then there are at least 2 Leatherman clone homages coming up that, wow, look a lot like the Leatherman Arc. So stay tuned to the channel because it looks like Leatherman will have some really fierce competition coming up in the days ahead. And I will try to bring you that news as soon as I can, but the wheels are already turning. I've been able to see some pictures of these, and it looks like in the next couple months, Leatherman's maybe almost their whole lineup may have some serious competition from some other companies. So stay tuned, and we'll keep you informed with these developments.